If there's one thing, guys, listen up, listen. If there's one thing that you got to take away from the Donald Trump presidency, if you don't take anything else, even if you hate Donald Trump, there's only one thing that you got to take away from his presidency, and that is don't trust the. Welcome back to the show, guys. I'm your host, Valentine. I expect you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, to all you guys that are brand new subscribers, the people that are commenting on the channel, the people that are subscribing, the people that help me stay positive, because every time I see a notification that says new subscriber, that makes me feel so good, guys. You have no idea. And I will ask you, if you're a brand new, if you're coming brand new to the channel today, please, this is all I'm asking you, to give me an opportunity to show you what I'm made of. You heard? But now, give me an opportunity. I'm a brand new content creator and I need your guys' help. Without you guys, this channel is absolutely nothing. But let's get right into it. In today's show, we're going to talk about corruption on both sides. We're going to talk about Jussie Smollett's story. He got cleared and of all the charges, right? In Chicago. This is very important. You're going to stay to the end. This is the second story I'm going to do. He got cleared in Chicago. And Donald Trump got cleared by this so-called special counsel of Robert Mueller. Donald Trump this week has had a massive week. First of all, he declared the Golan Heights, which is a strategic location for Israel that Israel won back in the war of 1967 against Syria. Donald Trump, like he did with in Jerusalem, right? Like he did with the embassy, he declared, or not declared, but he ratified, he acknowledged Israel's control of the Golan Heights, which is super important to Israel for its protection. Super important. Obviously, this is super important for Netanyahu because he's up for re-election. It's super important for Donald Trump because he's up for re-election in 2 years too. Christians like me and like Jews understand that that area of the world belongs to the Jews. There has plenty of opportunities given to the Palestine people and the Palestine government. They have rejected time and time again. And Donald Trump is coming like a man, and he's declaring and doing things that none of past presidents have done. He has declared the Golan Heights super, super good. Ilhan Omar must be going crazy on Twitter, or must be going crazy, because obviously there's a new sentiment coming from the political left, the Democratic Party, which is whatever you want to call it, anti-Semitic or anti-Israel. There's an anti-Israel movement in the U.S. government. And this is just slapping all those people down like Donald Trump, and only Donald Trump has been able to do so far, right? Okay, next story. Second positive for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, the hated Michael Avenatti, the well-known critic of Donald Trump, the lawyer of Stormy Daniels, incredibly, like an act of God, if you believe in God, which I recommend you should. Like an act of God, Michael Avenatti gets charged in New York for trying to shake down Nike for $23 million. And in LA, he gets charged for wire fraud. So he's facing about 93 years of prison, Michael Avenatti. Insane. How does this happen? I don't know. You guys might know, but I don't. So it's crazy, right? So we have these two ones. Now, let's get into the meat of this show, of the episode, right? Donald Trump gets cleared from the Mueller investigation. Finally, after 2 years of constant. If there's one thing, guys, listen up. If there's one thing that you got to take away from the Donald Trump presidency, if you don't take anything else, even if you hate Donald Trump, there's only one thing that you got to take away from his presidency, and that is don't trust the mainstream media. You guys know my story. I've said it a couple of times before. When I started, you guys know that I am a brand new political rookie, right? I just voted my first time ever in 2016, right? So, wow, I'm talking like, who's this that Donald Trump cracked on? I'm talking like Beto O'Rourke with his hand. Right. Back to my story, right? So I voted in 2016, and I was looking for news outlets, right? And who was the main news that I went and got my news from? You guessed it, right? CNN, right? Because they have a brand, they have a logo. I recognize, right? And I went to them until Donald Trump pointed out that these people lie. These people are in a business, and these people lie. They have their liberal bias, their democratic bias. They are a propaganda a form, whatever you want to call it, for the Democratic Party. Plain and simple, right? You don't take anything from his president. Take the fact that you cannot trust the mainstream media. Thank you, Donald Trump, right? So let's get back into it, right? So we get 2 years of constant bashing the Donald Trump. Oh, the investigation. Oh, this guy's a Russian. This guy's a Russian spy. That's from the mainstream media. Then we also have the deep state people in government. The ex-CIA director. We have Comey, ex-FBI director, ex-CIA director Brennan. We have all these people. They confabulate this whole huge story to bring the president and to charge him basically of being a traitor to his country. Could you believe how huge this is? And he said it like 270 something times. He said, no collusion. Donald Trump said it time and time again. There is no collusion. I did not collude with a foreign government. I did not collude with Russia. These people were seeing Russia everywhere. Constant bashing, constant letting the regular people know. And I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now. There's a lot of people out there who are not able to think for themselves. They believe everything they hear in the news. They believe everything any person of authority tells them just because they have authority or just because they have a brand or a name. Plain and simple. And the damage the mainstream media has caused to normal Americans, for normal Americans to go against their president, who could be happy? We should all, as a matter of fact, be happy. Whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a progressive, whether you're whatever you are, you should be happy that the president of your country, which is the United States, whoever he is not colluding with a foreign government. I think this should be a day to rejoice, and not a day at the way the Democrats and the mainstream media is already doing. That they're trying to flip it, they're trying to switch it, they're trying to already find little clues, little things, little ways to go, little avenues to keep pushing. Now is Nancy Pelosi released the report. Now is we got a subpoena Barr, we got a subpoena Mueller. Now is like, yo, give up, yo. Donald Trump won his presidency 2 times. On Monday, on Sunday it was released that there was no collusion. That's when, incredibly, after 2 years, they were able to, I guess, were able to confirm that Donald Trump won the presidency of the United States fair and square. He didn't win the popular vote, but he won where it counts, and that is the electoral college. That's what he won. No, but they're trying to ban that too. Just because they can't follow the rules, just because they can win by the rules. They're trying to bring in 16-year-olds also to vote. Kids who might have never even worked. They can't even buy alcohol, and you want them to work when you were 16 years old. Do you think you're capable of casting your vote for the leader of the free country? No, but they're doing this. Why? Because they know that 16-year-olds and the younger generation, for the most part, they have socialist views, democratic views. So when these Democrats come out and they say, oh, free college, free this, a young 16-year-old man is going to be like, this is the party for me. They have no idea that this is not free. This costs the nation money. But Donald Trump has been able to, incredibly, he said it, he has been able to win against, and these are, could you imagine that this is being done to the president of the United States? Imagine to you and to me, right? These people making up stuff, going off stupid facts, going off unverified sources. They're doing that to the president of the United States. When it comes to power, when it comes to prestige, that is the number one human, just on those two, on those basics, right? On that basis, right? Imagine to you and me, right? Jussie Smollett, let's talk about you and me now, right? Jussie Smollett, this story really got me mad, really got me losing. Like, well, the Bible is clear about that. The Bible says, damned is the man who trusts in another man. We should not trust a man. We should not trust in the justice that man can provide. Why? Because man is evil. The Bible says it. I know, hey, Valentine, but I'm good. Yeah, I understand. You might be good to human standards, but for the most part, we're all evil, including me. There is corruption everywhere. Not Donald. I'm thinking about Donald Trump. Jussie Smollett's charges are dropped. This is insanity. Jussie Smollett, this story got me really. It really got me worked up, because I'm a person that I love justice, right? Like, I'm not, I don't care who you are, you know, I want justice to be done to whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? And we have the story of this gay black man who uses his identity, right? And the identities of others, right? Because he accuses people of being white, MAGA hat wearing people, as a ploy to get his point across, as his whatever reason he did this for, right? Was it some say it was for a pay raise, whatever it was, right? So we have this man taking the whole country for a ride, and out of nowhere, we have that the DA drops the charges to Mr. Smollett. We have the superintendent of the police department, Chicago, mad. We have incredible Ronnie Manuel, the mayor, the liberal mayor of Chicago, saying that justice was not done. And the funny thing about this is that they drop the charges. The judge seals the case. Nobody can know what happened there, right? They come out with their clean faces, the lawyers, to say, justice was done here. And the public, the people that were taking for a ride, which were you and me, we have not even no clue as to what's happening. Nothing. It was just like, hey, nothing to see here. Turn around. Keep going about your life. This is it. Sometimes people complain about third world countries, like in the Dominican Republic, right? They complain about corruption. They complain about this and that. But just look at these two stories. Look at as to how they were in the United States government. They were corrupt agents, right? They were dirty cops in the United States government that they came up with these ways to spy on people, illegally spy on people. And we have the story of this guy who is famous, who just, his charges just straight up disappear like a magician's act. Where are we in the United States right now? Guys, let me know what you think about these crazy topics, man. Trump won. This is great. Jussie Smollett, he's not out of it yet, right? He still got those federal charges because he mailed a letter to himself. So they say, quote unquote, we have to still wait for the judge or the trial to begin and start. Since he mailed himself the letter, right? He used the United States mail. So United States mail is a federal agency. So hence they're gonna charge him with federal crimes. I hope justice is done, and I hope actually this doesn't stay like this in Chicago. I mean, this is just insanity to its max, and there shows where we're at. The Bible says, "Don't trust any man, no man. Don't expect for the justice of man." And to be honest, that's the only thing I recommend you guys. Guys, what you guys think? Remember to subscribe, leave your comments, give me a like, hit that like on my not on my Facebook. On my Facebook. What am I thinking about? On my Facebook. Hit that like on my YouTube. God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine. Wow.
Really? You made it to the end of the video? Congratulations. You have no life. Go check out one of my other videos. Sub to the channel. Give me a like. Give me a comment. Check out my other social media, which is Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I do have a life, so I'm not going to be that active, but follow me on there. God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine.